In today's FX markets, let's take a look at the Australian dollar as it's realizing some further selling pressure today. We're seeing it down now for a fourth consecutive session. Earlier in the session, we did see it higher, tried to stem the current selling pressure, but unable to do so. And now we are seeing it pushing slightly lower on the session. And currently right around the spot 723 level. And again, that's the lower end of the range for the last several weeks. And I think when you look at some of the factors contributing to why we're seeing this downward pressure, really the last couple of days, I think a lot has to do with just the proximity to China, as China is a big trade partner of Australia, and the storylines coming out of China right now have not been overly positive, I should say, and the debt obligations of the big developer in China I think the market's a little bit worried here, and so I think it's a proximity thing to some degree. We're also seeing the U.S. dollar pretty much flat on the day today, down slightly, I think, against most of the majors. The Australian dollar actually giving up the most ground of most of the major currencies. But once again, I think, some adjusting as well as we are leading into the Fed announcement tomorrow could also be another driving factor as to why we're seeing this pressure on the Australian dollar today. Now, looking at the trends in place, as I mentioned, we are seeing the Australian dollar trending lower. It is trading at basically a 4-week low today. So this downside momentum continues as we continue to see some of the storylines shifting regarding Fed policy and central bank policy across the globe. I think the fact that the Reserve Bank of Australia indicated a couple of weeks ago that they do see the potential for the COVID variant and some of the other things, other dynamics in the area, slowing things a little bit and maybe prolonging things a little bit more. Although on the other side of this, they do see opportunities for significant strength. But nonetheless, maybe this is just delayed things a little bit. And I think that's another reason why we're seeing this weakness in the Australian dollar.